welcome to another stretch with Dave. I, of course, am Dave. We're going to jump right into it and keep it nice and quick. Palms up, cross body, palms down. Stay on camera here. Alternating which arm's on top. So we're going to do a very quick stretch today using mostly our chair. Better if you have a chair that is fixed to the ground, but of course an office chair will work. Opening up the chest and the shoulders. Thank you for joining me today. Again, always important just to add a little bit of movement into your day so we're not so stiff and rigid and feel like our joints have no oil in them. Handcuff stretches next. I grab my wrist behind my back, pull my shoulders back and down. Chest stays lifted. As you can see, you can stretch in whatever attire you're in, right? Try to eliminate excuses for yourself. Oftentimes we'll bargain with ourselves saying, I can't do this because I'm dressed this way or don't have the equipment. Ditch the excuses. You can always do something for yourself. Forward fold combo. I crawl. My hands in front of my body. Slowly stand up. Pulling back on the left fingers, arms overhead. Hips to the left, lean to the right. Hips to the right, lean to the left. Might untuck my shirt on this one. That is okay, right? That shouldn't be something that gets in my way of doing something, pulling back on the right fingers, doing something for myself that will help me feel better in both the short term and the long term. Our chair child's pose. I like to grab the armrest of my chair for this, and then I just push my hips back, leaning forward, feeling that stretch in my back, hamstrings a little bit. And then if I want to stretch the lats more, I almost act like I'm going to be pulling on the chair, right? And that engages the lats to stretch. And if at any point you want to just take a break from this, you can always almost do like a modified cobra and then just back into that child's pose whenever you feel good. Nice thing with the office chair too is you can sort of rotate it and move that stretch within the lats and stretch one side a little bit more than the other. Keeps it a little bit more dynamic. Chair triangle, we're going to go right hand on the seat, left hand on the inside of the right knee, turn and open up. And if you find this stretch video too short, you can do stretching in sets, so just play the video again. Left hand on the chair, right hand on the outside of the right leg. We're going to turn and open up in reverse. We're going to switch legs. I'm going to start with reverse on this one. So I'm left hand on the outside of the left leg. As always, on this one, if you feel like this is too much on your shoulder, you can always put your hand on your ear and rotate, right? And that will reduce the strain. And I'm keeping my eye on my hand throughout this one, just so that my C-spine is moving at the same rate as my T-spine. Our chair hamstring, this is why it's better to have a fixed chair. If you're not comfortable with having your foot on the chair, we're just going to go toe up on the ground and reach forward. Or on the chair, toe towards the shin, slight lean forward, and then you can turn towards the leg, and then pivot the planted foot on the floor and open up to the outside. And then just back to the middle once more, slight lean in, and we'll switch sides. So I'm going to demonstrate this one on the floor just so that the people who are doing it that way can participate along. So hinging forward, I'm going to turn towards the leg that is straight, open up, I lean back a little bit and I turn on this one, and that just creates a little bit of an extra stretch. You can really feel how that migrates. And then once more, from the middle. Awesome. Our chair kickbacks is actually going to be an activation exercise. We've done this one before. So I'm just going to kick my heel back. And this is just going to activate the glute. And we're going to do 10 per side. 5. So really focus on driving that heel back and straight back, right? Like I don't have to deviate, switching sides. I don't have to deviate left to right. It's just straight back with that heel. And why I'm doing this, why I'm including this is a simple activation exercise. And if you're seated all day, which we're going to take a seat now, crossing our left leg over our right slightly forward. If you're seated all day, your glutes are getting tight. You probably feel that in this stretch that your, glute med is tight. But they're also getting weak, right? Because the chair is supporting you. You don't need to use your glutes to sit. So by adding in those simple activation exercises, we can keep those muscles trained. There's not a lot of resistance to it. So they're not going to necessarily stay strong, but they will stay active. We'll switch sides, which is very important in preventing injury, ensuring that your body can still use those muscles and those patterns so that you don't ever have to, other muscles don't have to compensate for that, those ones not being worked. So, try to throw those simple activation exercises in. Maybe next week I will include, we'll do a PNF stretch video again where we have some more activation exercises where you can sort of learn these simple things that you can be doing to keep those muscles active and aware. But that is all that we have for today. So I hope you enjoyed today's Stretch with Dave. Again, a little bit of a shorter one. The longer ones are on Tuesday. That include a little bit more dynamic movement, a little bit more core movement. If you like these videos, if you like the other ones, please leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. But until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.